Hey adventurers, we have just driven out to Lake Mead where we're going to do another exciting adventure today. We're going to be hiking in White Owl Canyon. Now White Owl Canyon is a little difficult to find, so I do recommend stopping off and asking for directions before you come out here. But long story short, we're at hole 33, first entrance on the left. We're about to hit the trailhead, so this should be an exciting another adventure. So once you get out to the parking lot, there is a information kiosk, and then there is a picnic table and a second picnic table, and that's where the trailhead actually starts. So we're gonna see where this goes. It's supposed to be a beautiful 2-mile round trip. So White Owl Canyon, here we go. So the negative to this being in what used to be a creek bed is everything looks like a trail. It's really hard. So we're following what we think is a trail to figure out if it's really a trail. So we took a risk. Turns out it's a real path. Finally made it out of the wash, and we're toward something. That's part of exploring though, figuring it out. And as long as you're with a group, it's safe. Probably wouldn't do that if I was by myself. Yes, I would. Never mind, just kidding. There are so many shells on the ground since this used to all be underwater. There are thousands of them, and you can tell that just that little bit of recent rain that Nevada had, it like washed out a whole bunch of areas because they don't get very much rain anymore. Since this used to all be underwater, it's the first to go. Made it to the mouth of the slot. It's definitely washed out down here, but it's a nice flat trip. There's not as much crawling up and down. The hardest part is actually getting to the canyon itself, unlike some of the other hikes that we've been on where it's the whole thing. So I definitely consider this to be an easy hike, something that a novice could do. There were little kids, like tiny little kids up to my knee going through here a while ago, so it's a good family outing. It's not too far. Again, 2 miles round trip, no big deal. This is so cool, so different than the other slot canyons we've been in. There's these little cubbies, as you can see. It just looks like things live there. It's about 15 degrees cooler probably in the canyon than it was hiking up to it. It feels so good, and I just found a cave. Yay! So imagine, if you will, all of this used to be underwater. It's probably, I want to say, 50, 60 feet high in some areas. All of this used to be water. Wow. It's kind of creepy to know that a really good rain obviously washes this out, but at one point, it was all the way up there. And all of these little caves were underwater caves. So fish used to live here instead of owls. Crazy.
You are now listening to the sound of perfection.
Fun. That is a really huge tunnel right under Lakeshore Road, which is up there. You have to go down Lakeshore Road to get here. Oh, we just went under it. Yay! We are now to the second tunnel, which turns out is two tunnels. So they both come to the same place, but you have to pick which one you want to go through. They look about the same in length. So, ooh, which one will we choose? So one has trees kind of in the way, so we're picking the path of least resistance, which is clear. It just seems more stable. Just us. So as soon as you come out of that tunnel, it's like so bright, like it hurts my eyes. I need my sunglasses, and it's so warm. Like, we are no longer in the slot canyon. So basically the path we just went on is the entire slot canyon. It goes and winds around. if we were to head back right about now, it'd be round trip, a couple miles. This is a big opening. It's really pretty, but it's super sunny and really hot.
You are now listening to the sound of perfection.
Going back through. That's the only way we can get back to the car is to go through the 2 sets of tunnels, and this one is the long one. So here we go. This is really cool. It echoes, and so you can scream in there and be like, hey, and it goes, hey, hey, hey. It's cool. Divider right here keeps the water from flowing and washing out this entire area, and it has a little fence and then rocks to build up that particular area, and then right around the corner is that big storm drain that we just walked through. So that is kind of how this works. Despite that, it's still pretty washed out down here. You can see that from the recent rain, which was like a week ago now, it's still pretty wet. It's crazy how it stays wet for so long. Out of the slot canyon. We're about to go back onto the main path and head back to the car. It's an amazing little hike, perfect for all ages. We had so much fun. It's so cool. We encountered maybe 3 other hikers the entire time and a family as we came in. So it wasn't bad, it wasn't congested. Even though it's rainy, it wasn't muddy. So again, I would definitely say easy hike for anybody. Not ADA accessible. So I wouldn't recommend coming down here if you have any health issues or anything like that that prohibit you from being able to walk on kind of uneven ground, but it's beautiful. So if you can make it out, you should. White Owl Canyon, that's where it's at. So you'll notice that they were going that way. That's the way that we came up. We're actually going to go this way, which is the correct way. And now knowing that, it's going to make our path so much easier. We went through this like off-road stuff on the way down here. It was absolutely terrible. And this looks way more clear. I stabbed myself with something. And
found a whole clam.
Ooh. There's all sorts of these little things out here. It's crazy how many there are.